Great evening, Next Level. Welcome to Next Level tonight. Welcome to Next Level tonight. I'm so excited. I thank God for you all being here. So come on and join in with me on tonight. If you don't mind, two favors, like I always ask you to do. First, hit the like button and come into the room. And then, if you don't mind, if there's somebody that may want to listen to this broadcast on tonight on your page, you can just simply share it. If not, just welcome you all and thank you all for being here. I welcome you all onto my Facebook page. And then I also welcome you all onto our new Next Level Thinking page. For those that may be joining us on our new page, I welcome you all on our YouTube. And we also are on what we call Holy Connection app, which is an app you can download onto your TV. And you can watch me on Holy Connection app. Just go to Holy Connection, find New Direction Church in Hateville, and you'll find us there. And so I just want to welcome you all and bring you all in and thank you all for being a part of Next Level, revamping some things, of course. And then I just want to say this, and everybody say this with me. I want to say happy birthday to Next Level Thinking. We have been doing now Next Level. Today will be 16 years that I have been actually doing Next Level. I actually started Next Level on my conference call. Then I did Next Level on what was formerly known as Periscope. And here we are now, and we're still moving. And as I'm allowing people to come in, that's the thing that, when you put your mind and your heart to something, just stick with it. Go through the ups and downs. I've been pastoring this church, New Direction, for 27 years. I've been doing Next Level 16 years. Everything that I've done really has longevity to it. And so I thank God for giving me the opportunity to just stick with it. So if you don't mind, just put that on the screen. Just stick with it, and find what you're supposed to be doing, and find it, stick with it, and stay with it, and don't allow yourself to be pulled away from it. Whatever you're supposed to be doing, that's what you need to be doing, and stop doing things that you ain't supposed to be doing. If it's not helping you, if it's not building you, if it's not going to get you to that next level, then find what you need to be doing. Like I said this morning in prayer, ask God to bless the works of your hands and find out what it is that you need to be doing. So I welcome you all that may be new to this, that may be just joining. I thank God that you thought enough to be a part of this Next Level Thinking. And Next Level Thinking is what it is. It's to get you to believe and think that there is a next level for me. There's a next level for you. And I'm here to tell you that if I can do it, you can do it. So somebody just declare that tonight. There's a next level for me. There's a next level for me, and I'm going to get to it. I think that all sometimes we need, and we honestly really need, is a push. All we need is for somebody to believe in us, but most importantly, all we need to do is figure out what's inside of us and push it to that next level. So that's what I want to open up and share with you all with. We're on this series this month, and the series is just like the name. The series, I'm going to teach you all about next level thinking. So somebody put this on the screen. I am a next level thinker. Next level, next level, next. I'm never stuck. I'm always shifting to that next level. Never get comfortable. I am a next level thinker. And so last week when we talked about next level, one of the things I shared with you all about next level is really not full of hopes and wishes and dreams. Next level requires you to get up and work. Um, it don't just happen for you without you playing your part. Now, I want you to put this on the screen. It can happen for you. It can happen for me if I know that I'm doing what I need to do to get there. And one of the things that I found, and I'm just kind of going over and leading us into to tonight, but one of the things that I found out about people is some people just can't get to that next level because they just don't have the right tools. And we need tools to build the life that we want to have. What are the tools? The things that you need that's going to help you get to where you need to go in life. I don't care what you say. If your rent is $1,000,000 and you don't have $1,000,000, then you don't have what you need. And so you have to build and use the tools to get you to the place to get what you need. And I believe this to be true. Without the right tools, we're not going anywhere, first of all. And I believe this. Let me fix this mic. I believe this, that not only without the right tools, we're not going anywhere, but if we don't know that they're there, we're not going to tap into them. So I want you to put this on the screen tonight. Tonight is time to tap in. It's time to tap in to what's in me to get to that next level. And you don't have to feel as though that you got to always look to somebody else to do it. It's in you to do it. And we're going to talk about that tonight. I want you to put this on the screen. Say it's in me to do it. So the thing about it is, and one of the things that I lacked even pastoring and lacked when I started the church and even when I started Next Level, that was just a lot of things that I didn't know was there. And so what are the tools you need? You need vision. We talked about this last week. Somebody put this on the screen. You need vision. You got to know where you're going. And you got to understand and how to create the and get to the goals that you need to do. But you got to know where you're going. You can't get to anywhere in life if you don't know where you're going. Second thing is you need confidence. And we talked about how confidence is, comes from that preparation. The reason why a lot of us are not confident in what we're doing is because we ain't prepared ourselves for it. But confidence comes from preparation. So you got to have confidence. You got to believe in yourself. You got to put this on the train. I believe in me. Somebody said that. I believe in me. You have to believe in yourself. And then the third thing, you need resilience. You got to learn how to recover from setbacks. In other words, somebody put this on the screen. You got to learn how to get back up. If you're going to get to the next level, you got to learn that they're going to be not one, not two, there are going to be many setbacks. Somebody put this on the screen. I've had a whole lot of setbacks. But the thing that has kept me going is because I believe that there was more for me. That's resilience. Resilience is even sucking it up when you make your own mistakes, but believing that there's more for you and then there's more out there that you can get. This is not it for me. For me. I was talking to a young man Saturday in our Youth Against Violence program in Douglasville, and he was telling me about the things he had done, and he was talking as if he's 17 years old, but he was talking as if this mistake, life was over for him. I said, young man, I'm 55 years old. I've made my own mistakes. I've went down the wrong path, and I'm here to tell you, you can get back up. I didn't buy my first house really till I was 50. I didn't get my degree till I was 50 years old. Don't ever think that you're stuck where you are, but you got to have the resilience to keep going. Somebody just put this on the screen. I'm going to keep going. You got to have the resilience to keep going if you're going to go to the next level. So we dealt with that last week. So what do we have this week? So if you want to get to the next level, I want you to put this on the screen. You got to learn to be self-sufficient. Now, this is something I want you to get. If you're gonna get to the next level, you got to learn to be self-sufficient. And being self-sufficient, it can really help you get to the next level because it's gonna teach you how to take responsibility for your life instead of always depending on someone else to move you forward. Let me say this again. You got to learn how to take responsibility for your life and stop waiting on others to move you forward. It is nobody's responsibility to move you forward but you. Remember, I say this all the time. Um, um, there's a difference in you sitting by the side of your car after you ran out of gas and you holding a gas can and you getting out of the car and you pushing the car out of the street. Most of the time, you're going to get more help when people see you pushing the car than they do see you sitting there waiting on your rescue to come. Life is life sometimes be lifing. Help me tonight, but you've got to have enough self-sufficient to say, I'm going to move my life forward. Come on, somebody put it on the screen. I'm moving my life forward. There's a lot of you depend too much on the church. You depend too much on the people in the church. You depend too much on your family. You depend too much on things. You've got to reach a point and stop getting mad because your next level is going to bring you challenges. Somebody just say amen to that. But when you're self-sufficient, it teaches you to look for solutions rather than immediately looking for a rescue. How can I solve this problem before I call somebody? I don't need to be your first phone call. Come on, somebody. I don't need to be, when something go wrong, the first person you call is the church, your mama, your daddy, your cousin. Them. That don't always need to be your first call. Sometimes you need to ask yourself, can I do this? Can I fix this? If I can't fix it, I'm self-sufficient and responsible enough to know to ask for help. And even when I ask for help, I'm going to participate in my rescue. Come on, somebody said that tonight. Say, I'm participating in my rescue. I've seen people ask for help and then stand there and watch you do it. Stand there and watch you help them. You got to be self-sufficient, people of God. If I'm helping you tonight, say, Bishop, you helping me. You have to have a mindset. People are cruel. People are mean. Sometimes the people that you help are not going to help you. People are not as supportive. People don't just follow me just because, I'm pastor. Some people who I help, some people who need probably what I'm giving them, they ain't interested in what I'm doing. Some people are not interested in me in my church. Some people could care less about next level thinking. And if I allow that to be the reason why I'm not going to do what I'm doing, then I'm not self-sufficient. And watch this. You know you're not self-sufficient when you rely on others' applauses. Stop waiting on somebody to applaud you and learn how to applaud yourself. You don't think you're doing a good job? Come on, somebody. You don't think that you're a good person? You don't think that you have come through some obstacles? So if you don't think it, why should I? You got to be self-sufficient. Self-sufficiency is not arrogant. It's believing in yourself and relying on yourself, of course, with the help of God, but you're looking within yourself. Stop waiting on everybody else to do what you're not willing to do. Some people will ask you to do something for them that they ain't even willing to do for themselves. That's not self-sufficient. That's lazy. And so if you're going to get to the next level, you got to become self-sufficient. You got to learn how to come to your rescue before you pick up that phone and ask anybody else to do anything for you. Have you tried everything that you could possibly do to get it done? I do not. I have, and I can speak on behalf of the church. I have a lot of problems in the church. Sometimes I've had a lot of financial problems. I've had a lot of situations that I did not know what to do. But I'm here to tell you that I made up my mind that I'm going to try first. Somebody say, amen, bitch. Somebody say, I'm trying first. I remember, Pastor Anthony remember this. I remember when Pastor Anthony used to help me with, he was really good at, helping to show me things computer-wise and things like this. Pastor Anthony was at work. Pastor Anthony got a life. So every time something went wrong, I couldn't call him. So they bought me an iPad that I didn't even know how to turn the thing on. But I'm here to tell you, I set up at night. I sat on that thing for hours. I learned how to do this. Even now, I think Art was laughing at me Sunday about just the things that I know how to do with this broadcast. I know how to do with computers because I became self-sufficient. Because I can't rely on anybody else to do and take care of something that I love. I have great people around me. I have great leaders. I have great people help me with next level. That's not what I'm saying. But I can't just be relying on them solely to get something done. So you got to be self-sufficient. And number two, don't get mad at me. I'm just talking to you tonight. Number two, you got to have self-awareness. Number two, put this on the screen, self-awareness. You got to know who you are. Who are you? And you got to find out who you are. You got to find out why you do what you do. If the next time you doing something, ask yourself, why am I doing this? And if you know you doing something that ain't going to get you to your next level, then why are you doing it? See, when I worked at my first job was Arby's. And I went from Arby's to just working at Arby's to I went to being the line lead. I left Arby's and I went to Captain D's. I worked in Captain D's and I ended up becoming a manager of Captain D's. And I was like 18, 19 years old. I everywhere I went, I always wanted to excel, and that's the competitive part of me. When I played baseball, I wanted to be better than my brother. Now I didn't accomplish that because my brother was always better than me in baseball, but I wanted to be better. Um, I didn't never want to do something just to be doing it. That was a reason why I do it. I play with people who can beat me. I play with people who better than me. I hang around people that's smarter than me because my self-awareness, it starts teaching me who I am. I look now, I remember when my church was really going through and I went to a meeting with Bishop Hutchins and I just thought that I had just the worst situation. I had the worst church. I didn't really know what I was doing. I really didn't know who I was. I was trying to figure me out. And I went in the midst of all of these pastors, closed door meeting, and I heard prominent pastors start talking about problems that they're having. I heard them talk about financial problems. I heard them talk about things and how they were there to build each other up. I started finding out about myself that I put too much on myself. So I'm too hard on myself. I began to discover that I may not have it all together, but I'm gonna keep trying because I know that's next for me. So why do what you do? Why are you in the relationship that you're in? Come on, somebody. Why is this what you're doing so important? What kind of job do you really want? Do you really know you? Okay, let's say you got a job and you got to work. What else can you do to bring income in? Are you tapping into your skills? Some of you all are gifted. You're gifted with hair. Some of you all are gifted with building things. Some of you all are gifted with writing. Some of you all are gifted doing things like what I'm doing now, but you're not doing it because you haven't tapped into all of you. And how do your actions affect your life and others? When you become self aware, you start thinking about what you're doing. I'm getting ready to hop off here in a minute and hop on to my men's session. And one of the things that we're even sharing tonight is how is my actions affecting the life of other people? If my actions are causing other people's lives to be in a disarray, I need to be aware of that. If I hurt somebody, I need to be aware of that. See, a person who lacks self awareness blames everybody else for their problems. Let me say that again. A person who lacks self awareness, it's everybody else's fault. Everybody else is the problem except them. If you're going to get to that next level, you may not like what I'm saying tonight, but I'm preaching to somebody tonight. If you're going to get to that next level, you got to learn how to be aware of what am I doing that's causing me to be here. Because I've seen people blame me, blame the church, some sermon I preached, something I said. You mean to tell me that I'm that important to you, that I can say something in the pulpit that make you not believe in yourself? I understand influence, but self-awareness, you got to know that everything said to you don't mean you got to receive it. You know, we have this thing we say in church, what, return the sender? Sometimes there are things that people have spoken into your life that you just need to say, well, that ain't for me. I may hear you say it, but it doesn't mean it's for me. I personally, when somebody is saying something to me or about my ministry, about what I do, and it's not something that I'm receptive of, I will cut them off and be like, I don't receive that because I'm self-aware. I know who I am. Somebody put this on the screen. I know who I am. So you're not going to, I may not always have it together, but I know who I am. And I believe the reason why we fall into stuff and we get into relationships and we accept a lot of things from other people is because we've yet to know who we are. Let me tell you something. When you find out who you are, you don't mind saying no. You don't mind saying that's not for me. You want to do what you know you're good at. See, here's the thing. Stop looking at what somebody else it does, and they're probably really good at it that you ain't even doing, but you're critiquing what they're doing, and you ain't even doing what you're supposed to do. Self-awareness. You have to be aware of what's inside of you. And I'm here to tell you this. There's so much more of you left, because why would you still be here? But you have to be aware of that. You have to have the awareness. If God gave you those kids, he gave you the ability to take care of them. If God gave you the wife, he gave you the marriage, he gave you the ability to stay together. And we forgot, for better or for worse, because we don't know us. Watch this. You know what you can tolerate. I know if something is going to make me mad. Let me say this to you. I know my triggers. I know what can make me really, really go off. And most people that know me have never seen me mad. They've never seen me angry. They may have seen me mad, but they've never seen me angry. They've never seen me get to a point where I've lost control. They've never seen me get to a point where I'm enraged, because I know who I am. And I know if I get to that point, I could hurt me. Let me tell you something. It ain't always about what I can do to somebody else. It's about what I can do to my own self. See, some people can get so mad they'll go and kill somebody. Some people get so mad they'll abuse their spouse, or abuse somebody they with, or go out and do something crazy, or get so desperate because they stop believing in themselves to go rob something or do something. But at the end of the day, it's going to hurt you. And I ain't doing nothing that's going to damage me. Come on, I want you to put this on the screen. Stop hurting you. I'm not doing anything that's going to damage me. I'm not going to do anything that's going to damage my wife and the reputation of my family. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything that's going to bring embarrassment and shame. And if I do it, I know how to say I'm sorry, because I know I did it. See, people without self-awareness don't like saying it was my fault. You know, they say stuff like, if I was wrong. Oh, let me go ahead and apologize. Oh, let me just get this over with. See, you arrogant. Self-awareness makes you say, you ain't got to do all that. You know you were wrong. See, I'm not into haters and people hating on you and all this kind of stuff, because sometimes I say this often. Sometimes people are not hating on you. You're a mean person and people just don't like you. See? And I'm self-aware. I have to remind myself, dog, did I say that right? Even on next level, I ask myself, am I doing this right? Am I saying this right? Am I carrying myself the way I need to be? Self-awareness gets you to the next level. So what do we have? We have self-sufficiency, self-awareness, and here's the last one, self-discipline. Everybody, put this on the screen, practice self-discipline. What is self-discipline? Self-discipline, hear me, is the ability to make yourself do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. That's self-discipline. Here's what I did. I was with um, 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 Archbishop Hodges, and I spend a few days a week with him. And sometimes when I'm even with talking to Bishop Hutchins, one of the things that we're doing is a diet. I need to be more healthy. I need to lose some weight, and I'm self-aware. I know that. I know that I battle kidney disease, so I know that the better I am with my health, then the better I'll be. The less doctor visits I'll have to go to. And so I haven't had any beef, any pork, any bread, and I've reduced my sugar intake 70%, and I'm going on my second week. But I'm here to tell you, and I said this to the church Wednesday, self-discipline is really difficult, but you have to do it. Self-discipline is choosing what you want more than what you have right now. Let me say that again. I want more. So I'm not just gonna just choose what I want for the moment. I want to choose what's for my future. And if I don't have no self-discipline and you don't have no self-discipline, you can't pick your future. Your future gonna pick itself for you. See, if you don't know how to how to discipline yourself to say, this is not for the moment right now. This is for my future. And so if I don't have that closing, if I don't have that discipline to be able to say, this ain't for the moment right now. This is for my future. I'm going after something. Somebody put that on the screen. I'm going after something. And I'm going after something so much better and greater than what I see right now. So I'm not going to sit here and just enjoy the moment without putting the work in to get to the next level. And what I think, when you don't have self-discipline, you do everything for your now. Don't let your now mess up your next. That's free. You don't have to pay me. Put it on the screen. Don't let your now mess up your next. You got to learn to tell yourself no. Lord knows, New Direction, y'all know how much I love sweets. I mean, y'all bring me cookies every week and I eat them. But don't bring me nothing. Don't bring them to me. Because I'm going to take them and throw them in the trash because I'm disciplining myself. I'm not saying I'm never going to eat sweets. I am saying that I can do better than what I'm doing. See, that self-awareness rolls into that self-discipline. I owe myself more. I owe my church more. I owe my kids more, my grandkids. I owe them more, so I got to discipline myself. And I'm not making decisions and just, oh, we're going to do this right now. But what you going to do next week? See, some of you all, if you just give me $20 to get through the day, okay, but if I help you get through the day, what you going to do tomorrow? You're going to need $20 again. So you got to find out and discipline yourself to get to the point that you don't keep being in the same spot you in. Sometimes when you keep ending up in the same space, you ain't disciplined. And so you got to ask yourself, what can I do to discipline myself? So what do I need? I really need self-sufficiency. I really need self-awareness, and I really need self-discipline. These things I need to take with me to get to that next level. Oh yeah, I need vision. I need confidence. I need resilience. I need all of this to get to that next level. And if I'm not, and these are tools that if I start working on these tools, oh, the next level is just right there. But I'm not going to keep trying to make myself happy for the moment and then suffer the next day. See, that's just like somebody who drink themselves into a frenzy and they just drink, drink, drink all day. And then they got to go to work the next day. Okay, you felt good at that moment, but now what happens throughout the day? So why keep sacrificing a moment for your future? I want you to put this on the screen. I'm going to get to that next level. I'm going to get there. I don't declare to be the smartest person in the world, but I know what I'm telling you is right, and I use it in my own life. Because what good is it to tell you what to do if I ain't doing it myself? So that's it tonight. So we ask the Lord to bless this, and I want you to put on the screen. I got something out of this tonight. I needed this tonight. I needed to hear this because everything I'm teaching you is about us. It's about me. It's personal. These are personal tools that you need that's going to get you to the next level. So somebody put, I needed this tonight. And we ask God to bless it, and we ask God to manifest it. Listen, with this being 16 years, and with this being what we're trying to do, I'm asking every person on here tonight to just sow a $16 seed into next level tonight, just as a gift. But I promise you, I'm going to use it right. But I'm asking you just to sow a $16 seed. I am so proud to have been able to do next level to this level, and we're pushing it now. I'm actually working on our conference before the end of the year. I'm trying to get into training classes in places like AT&T, Amazon. I'm trying to open next level up to that level because I want God to be able to do it, and I want to be able to help people and pastors and different things. And one of the things I do with next level, and anybody on here that I've ever preached for, one of the things I do with next level is if I got to buy a plane ticket and travel, and then that pastor needs my help and they can't afford to get me there, next level thinking helps me to do that. it helps me to plant seeds and be a blessing when I go to different churches. It helps me in my own church to be able to help and assist in whatever we need to do. And it helps me to help people. So this $16 seed that you're planting tonight, even though it's the anniversary of Next Level, I'm just asking you to be a blessing and just bless this if it blessed you. And if you can't, you can't. But if it has blessed you, then I thank you. And I want you to sow this other seed of sharing this broadcast with those and others. So if there's any men on here that want to hop on to our class tonight, it's at 8 o'clock tonight, 30 minutes from now, somewhere now. If one of the guys are on here and they can drop the information in the comment section, and you can hop on with us, and I believe it's going to be beneficial to you. So as you leave here tonight, say, I'm going to the next level. This blessed me. Whatever you can do, thank you for your seeds. I ask God to bless it and multiply, and we'll see you all next week. God bless you. Bye-bye.